So let us now begin our main session. How to ensure retention of advisors using advisor success system. The objective of today's webinar is we will discuss about how advisor success system course will help you to overcome your retention problem. This is the main objective. And for that, first of all, I want to have you look at the current retention scenario. If you look at this current retention scenario of during last 6 years, 6 years, why I have chosen last 6 years? Because during the last 6 years, there is a shift in the recruitment and particularly retention of advisors, particularly during the last 6 years. During last 6 years, if you observe that out of 10 advisors recruited, hardly 2 or 3 survives beyond 2 years. Earlier, this trend was not there. Earlier, we used to get about at least 4 to 5 advisors survive beyond 2 years. Now, the number of advisors surviving beyond 2 years are very less. So if you look at total number of advisors recruited during the last 6 years is 18.49 lakhs agents. That is approximately 3 lakhs agents per annum you have recruited during last 6 years. That is up to March 22. And total number of advisors terminated are 15.84 lakhs. That is 2.6 lakhs advisors per annum. That is out of 3 lakhs recruited, 2.6 lakhs got terminated. That is 86% of the advisors got terminated either in the first or second year of the agency. And the situation during first 9 months is not so different. Up to December 22 in the current year, we have recruited 2.59 lakhs agents, and out of that 2.63 lakhs got terminated. That is, there is net reduction in the current year, which is again quite alarming. Because of this high termination of the advisors, it has got a lot of impacts. It has got very adverse effects on a lot of things. Now have a look at the effects of this large scale termination of advisors. The first thing that comes, you are not inclined to give induction training. So when any new advisors join, because of this experience of large scale termination, and of course, when the advisors don't come in batches, so you have to give this induction training to each advisor separately. So when you are not sure that whether that advisor will going to work or not, whether he will sustain beyond 2 years or not, you don't feel like giving him the complete induction training. You just explain him 4 to 5 plans, then train him on how to use the software and ask them to go to their soft market to sell the policies. So when your advisors goes with this knowledge into the field, they create very poor image of themselves. Because today you are working in a very matured market, where particularly in urban and semi-urban areas, your prospects are aware of their insurance needs. Knowledge about the product is available to them on their fingertips. So what they expect that their advisors should be knowledgeable enough to suggest the suitable products as per their needs. But when these advisors go with little knowledge, they carry very poor image in front of today's prospects. And because of that, they get a lot of rejections. They get rejections even from their soft market. Even their friends, relatives, etc., are not inclined to take policies from them. And when they get the rejections, there's a major reason of they leave this profession. And this more terminations creates negativity about this profession. Now, today your prospects for agency today are millennials and Gen Z. So when you approach them for agency, they fill up the form. They convinced with whatever you say. They fill up the form, you generate the URL. Now thereafter, what they do, they go and check with their friends, they go and check on social media about this profession. And they get the negative feedback because they go by the reviews, they go by what their friends say about this profession. There is already a lot of negativity in this market because of this termination. They stop receiving your calls. And they will not even incline to appear for the IRT exam. And even if you convince them to appear for the exam, thereafter, when they go into the field, they get, with little training, they go into the field, they get a lot of rejections. And again, this same story continues. And because of this, you're creating the more orphan policyholders. They might end up selling 2 policies, 3 policies, but it creates a lot of orphan policyholders. And today, customers' expectations is that they want everything at their doorstep. So when they see there is nobody to service their policyholders, they service their needs to pay their premiums, or whatever servicing they have to go to the LIC branch, then it diminishes the trust the people have in LIC. Now today we are mainly focused on Section 38, that is government guarantee and a lot of other things. But that trust has now started diminishing. Now today's generation also believes in private companies. They believe in HDFC, they believe in Tatas, they believe in Birlas and other top industrial companies. Of course, a lot of other companies are waiting in the wings to come. So we cannot continue harp on this Section 38, that is government guarantee. Today's prospects are less concerned about this government guarantee. And because of these effects, because of this large scale terminations, it impacts your mindset as well. You start thinking about recruitment problems. When this large number of advisors you are recruiting, you feel that you are making all the efforts. You are recruiting 10 advisors, out of which 8 are getting terminated within first or second year. So you start thinking about the problems associated with recruitment, problems of retention. So you start believing these recruitment problems. You start thinking that today's generation is not interested in this profession. Today, people want easy money. People don't find this profession they don't find it attractive. It doesn't give fixed income or salary. That's why people are not interested. They have other better options to earn. You are not getting the right persons. Right persons are not coming to you for the agency. And there are more IC 38 failures. So are you thinking about these recruitment problems? Whether it comes to your mind that these are the recruitment problems? If yes, write yes in the chat box. If no, you can write no in the chat box as well. And Yes, friends, these are the facts. And when you start perceiving these retention problems as well, you start thinking about that today advisors are not getting the business because people are not interested in life insurance business. Your advisors are getting a lot of rejections. There's repeating problem. Advisors are getting low ticket sales. That's why they are not getting enough income. That's why they are leaving. They are getting attracted towards the alternate source of income. It is very difficult to develop the working habits among the new advisors, and office environment is not good. They are not getting the good treatment in the office. That's why they are leaving. So this again comes to your mind, these rejection problems. If write yes, write yes in the chat box. And friends, one thing I tell you very frankly, you become what you think about. When you think about this recruitment problem, when you think about these retention problems, you are conditioning your mind with these thoughts. Now, whatever actions you are taking today about recruitment or retention or training of your advisors, your mind controls everything. Your mind gives you the direction to do these required things. And your mind gets data from what you think. So you will think about this recruitment problems and retention problems continuously. Your mind feels that you will ultimately develop this mindset of why should I recruit? If out of 10 advisors recruited, 8 are leaving, and remaining 2 also are not performing as per your expectations, then what is the point in recruiting the advisors? And recruitment goes out of your mind. You start thinking that whatever team I have, I will focus on that and achieve my business. But the problem is your existing advisors also are also not trained enough. They are also now getting more rejections in the market. And because of that, your team size is, even if you are able to maintain the team size, but your business drops. So friends, when this happens, you start feeling why to canvas for the agency, and recruitment goes out of your mind. And main reason for all this is your current recruitment strategy. That is trial and error method. Friends, you must realize now that trial and error method has worked very well till 15-16. When you are able to sustain more advisors beyond 5 years. It has worked very well. It was no problem. More advisors, recruit more, at least 5 will survive, and you will slowly, some of them, you will groom them to become full-timers. But it has outlived its relevance now. If you go and analyze your team, your recruitment activities during last 5 to 6 years, as most of you agreed, that less number of new advisors are surviving. So you have to change your recruitment pattern. You have to devise some systems so that you can filter out the advisors who are not interested immediately after generating the URN before sending them for IIT exam. You must filter out at initial stage itself so that you can focus on the advisors who are really interested. Only those advisors you should send for IIT exam. This way you will save your lot of time in running after them to appear for the IIT exam. You don't have to run after them. Devise some system mechanism to identify those who are not interested. And then when they pass the IIT exam, then give them good induction training. Focus on developing their habits. The success habits required, when you develop these habits, these working habits from the beginning itself, then their success in this profession is guaranteed for lifetime. So to help you overcome these, to help you do this, that is how to filter out the advisors at initial stages and how you can help them develop these working habits from the beginning itself. I have designed this advisor success system. So are you ready for this, the change? Are you ready to change your recruitment pattern? If yes,